Life begins when you understand living women matter more than potential babies.
When does the fetus become living?
That's actually a good question, but that line...
Yeah, of course, because you don't know it, because it's living.
That it's a child inside of you. It is a clump of cells when
I'm a clump of cells. What makes me different? Is a newborn not worthy of life? Is a newborn not worthy of life?
I do have one thing to say to you.
胎児はただの細胞だから生きる価値がない。こんにちは皆さん。エリトです。今回の動画なんですけど、中絶反対派のクリステン教授と中絶賛成派の生徒たちが集ったグループのリーダーとの討論の動画ですね。頑張って翻訳しましたので一緒に見ていきましょう。ではどうぞ。頼むぜアメリカ。
I just want to read you this poster that I have because I hear a lot of pro-lifers say that life begins at conception. So my poster reads, life begins when you understand living women matter more than potential babies.
What is it?
What do you mean?
If it's a potential baby, what is inside of a woman?
It's a fetus?
Is it living?
No.
How can it grow if it's not living?
Actually, that's like saying if an acorn is a tree.
When does the fetus become living?
That's actually a good question, but that line...
Yeah, of course, because you don't know it, because it's living. It's living.
How about you let her speak?
You're fundamentally denying science to validate your opinion.
You actively deny science, ma'am.
How am I denying? What science did I deny, Darby?
Okay, so let's look at some posters over here.
But
you don't have to be here.
I need you to tell me what science. You just made an accusation that I denied science. What science did I deny?
That it's a child inside of you. It is a clump of cells when
I'm a clump of cells. What makes me different?
That you were born? You were born.
So you don't, what you're arguing is that anything that is not born is not valuable of life.
I did not say that.
It's subjective. So when does a child or fetus or clump of cells, whatever you want to call it, when does this clump of cells or fetus become living?
When it can sustain its own life.
But when is the sustainability? No, when is sustainability?
21? About like 30 weeks to born, like 24, 30.
Because how do you sustain life? Like my newborns aren't sustainable. You can't just have a newborn and they just like live on their own, right?
Right.
They're not sustainable. They need help and assistance to survive. So is a newborn not worthy of life? Is a newborn not worthy of life?
I do have one thing to say to you. How is it that when my mom was in college 30 years ago, she was protesting the exact same thing that me and these wonderful other women and men on this side have been protesting? How is it? Why? Why are we still protesting? Why are we still having to talk about this issue? It is a basic human right to have an abortion, to have a choice.
The reason we're still having the question is because some people don't want to accept the natural consequences of heterosexual sex and be inconvenienced by another human life and want to selfishly choose to end human life in order to have their whims met.
いやー皆さん動画どうでしたか？中絶賛成派のグループって毎回生まれるまではただの細胞だから生きていない、命がないんだから中絶して OK っていう理屈のようですね。これは哲学や人生観も入ってくるので難しい話なんですけど、命の線引きはどこからなんでしょうかね。心臓が鼓動を打った瞬間、受精した瞬間といろいろな考えがありますけど、皆さんはどう思いますか？ただの細胞だから中絶して でも OK という考え方に対して、私も細胞の塊だけど何が違うのというクリスタン教授のスマートな返しには感動しましたね。現在のアメリカでは中絶数の方が出生数を上回る州や、出産直前までの中絶を許容しようとしている場所も存在しています。日本にはこんな影響が出ないことを願うばかりですね。ではここで現地の声いくつか紹介していきますね。No amount of evidence will ever pursue an idiot. I love how she's so proud of herself when a small child thinks they've done something amazing, but they have actually just drawn all over the walls. She keeps looking back to her friends because she's incapable of thinking on her own. The abortion I had when I was young haunts me still 20 years later. It's good to see intelligent people on the correct side. Imagine being so passionate about something that you've not even thought about basic arguments against your position. Wow, that young student lost every argument big style. Every time she was challenged, she had no answer. I've never seen somebody lose an argument so badly. 皆さんの考えもよかったらコメントで教えてくださいね。このチャンネル頼むぜアメリカでは、このようなマジかよっていう欧米ニュースを楽しく取り扱っています。チャンネル登録していただけるととっても喜びますんで、よろしくお願いします。では良い一日を。